Lads. Lads, welcome back to another live video. It is the match preview to Southampton versus Sheffield United on Sunday, so we are a little bit earlier than usual. It's at 12 o'clock noon, so make sure you set your alarm if you're a late sleeper. How are you doing today, Mr. Hal Stewart?
Yeah, good, thanks. Looking forward to it.
Good stuff. Right, so... to be honest, mate, all day I've been thinking, I don't want to even think about football. I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick to the back teeth of football, and I never thought I'd say that. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. This has been one of the hardest seasons to get enthusiastic every single week about another defeat.
Yeah, exactly. I like your way of thinking nowadays. But we'll see when we get to score prediction, shall we?
Yeah.
So the last game, we played Leicester City, and guess what? We did not lose 1-0. That's what we want. First of all, we didn't lose 1-0. We still lost by 1 goal, but we scored a goal. We was cheering for a little bit. To be honest, I was absolutely devastated when we conceded, because I was thinking there's no chance of us scoring. So we've probably lost this game already. And then Ollie McBurney, within a few minutes, just absolutely thundered. That's probably not the right word to use, but directed a very lovely header into the corner. But I'm not going to crack on too much about this, because Jamie Vardy then went and ruined our lives. So anyway, we'll move on from the Leicester game. I didn't think we played too badly, but still only 1 point on the board, isn't it? So last time out at St Mary's, Hal, do you want to run us through it?
Yeah, it was the final game of last season away at Southampton. We lost 3-1. Southampton overturned a half-time deficit for only the second time that entire season. And as I mentioned, it was the final game of the season, and John Lundstrom was, of course, at that point, the darling. He was having a good season. He gave us the lead on 26 minutes. Billy Sharp, I remember him missing some good chances. And former Blade, the big thicko, Che Adams, he scored twice. And Danny Ings, he also netted from the penalty spot. That was the Saints' 6th win of the season at St Mary's. They were not good at home.
No, I think they didn't have a bad season, to be honest. It was that 9-0 that made them kind of turn the season around, wasn't it? Because I think everyone expected Ralph Hasenhüttl to lose his job after that one. But he got him back on track, and it just shows you that managers can get you back on track. So fingers crossed we can do the same. So, team news. Chris Wilder has just been in a press conference and spoken about Ethan Ampadu, Enda Stevens and Lys Mousset. All of them been training, so obviously Lys Mousset rolled his ankle just before the game. That was great news before the Leicester City game. But like I said, they're all back on the grass training. I can't see us starting. Well, Lys Mousset won't start anyway. We know that for certain. Enda Stevens, I would like to see him back, but I don't want to see him rushed, because I think that's what's happened with John Fleck. I think we may have rushed him a little bit back too quickly, and obviously he's played every single he's played every single minute, since he's come back from injury. So I think it's a little bit too much for him. But Enda Stevens coming back, Ethan Ampadu coming back. We don't know if they're going to feature. We hope they're going to feature, because I think they are two of our better players. But I'll run straight through into what I would go for, starting lineup, because what I would go for and what Chris Wilder would go for are two completely different things, because Max Lowe keeps getting a game of football, and I'm not happy about it, because I think Max Lowe is bad. I think he's really bad. I don't want to be sitting here kind of being harsh on a player, but I still don't know how he's getting a game. However, Aaron Ramsdale in the net, I thought he did okay in the last match. Dropped a couple of clangers, but we move. George Baldock, right wing back. Obviously, George has been one of the best players for us this season. Chris Basham, another one that's been ever present pretty much, and a very good player this season. Egan, could have had a 2-match ban after the last game if he'd have flown through Jamie Vardy. But he didn't, and we do get him for this game. Then I think it's probably going to be Keane Bryan again, and then little Ben Osborne, hopefully, at left wing back. Ben Osborne was brilliant in the last game when he came on, and it just showed the difference in levels between Osborne and Max Lowe. So I think Wilder will probably go for Max Lowe still, if I'm being honest, because he was on media duty, which it always makes me think that they're going to start. He may not do, but yeah, I think he might do. Fleck, I reckon, is going to start on the left again, even though he was a little bit poor in patches against Leicester and obviously gave Maddison the ball to just play it through to Vardy. I'm expecting it to be Sander Berger again, defensive midfield, and probably Lundstram again, because I thought Lundstram had a good game. Even though he came off, I definitely don't think he should have come off, mind you. But yeah, I thought he had a decent game. And really, if he's playing well and we're not playing well, play him, whatever. And then up top, I think he's going to go for the same two. Ollie McBurney will definitely start because I thought he was brilliant. I don't think he's had a great season up to now. He's missed a lot of good chances, but he was great against Leicester. Took his goal well, led the line really well, and did really well in defence as well, heading those corners and free kicks away. So Brewster might have a little chance of starting. To be honest, I wouldn't mind if Brewster started. I wouldn't mind if McGoldrick started, because McGoldrick's not really been given much chance, I don't think, in recent weeks. So I'd like to see McGoldrick in there at some point in the game. Anyway, Hal, do you want to talk through the Southampton team news?
Yeah, sure. You mentioned Ralph Hasenhüttl. That translates his surname as Ralph Rabbit Hutch. Southampton's form, by the way, is win, 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 draw, loss, win. Our form, well, it's more L's than a driving school. So over the last 5, you don't need me to go through that. The opposition, we mentioned Ings, Redmond. They've also got a player called Salisu. They're all now available. Salisu is an £11 million signing from Valladolid, a defender, aged 21, played 31 times in La Liga last season. William Smallbone is their only fitness or suspension concern. So Southampton are going to line up with Alex McCarthy in goal, Kyle Walker-Peters, Ryan Bertrand, the fullbacks. Then at the back, they've got Vestergaard, Bednarek in midfield, Romeo, Ward-Prowse, he's dangerous at set pieces, Stuart Armstrong and Theo Walcott. Up front, Danny Ings and Che Adams. Look out on the bench. Likely we'll see Redmond, Salisu, who I've mentioned, Shane Long, and maybe Gineppo as well.
It scares me just hearing all the players that they've got. Ward-Prowse, excellent from dead balls, so good. And we know how bad we are from defending corners and free kicks sometimes, so that's quite nerve-wracking. Anyway, so score prediction, Hal. I'll let you kick off with the score prediction.
Right, I've got to say 1-1 because I can't keep predicting wins because it's making me look stupid. So I'll say 1-1, Basham own goal, and then Basham.
Okay. Basham on goal and Basham?
Yep, he's going to score an own goal, and then he's going to go and score for us at the other end. He's going to want to redeem himself, David Holdsworth style. I
like that, because Basham hasn't scored for about a year and a half, something like that. So Basham scoring 2 in the same game, I'd love to see it. I am going to go for, I think, my first defeat of the season. I'm going to go 2-0 Saints. Can't see it, especially after watching a video that me and you were talking about off air, where they kind of just tell us exactly why we aren't playing very well. So I think I'm going to do a video on that probably next week. It was such a great video to watch, but I won't go on about it too much. 2-0 defeat I'm going to go for. I'd like to hope that we're going to get a draw from it. Can't see a win at all, but yeah, unfortunately, I think we need to start being realistic rather than being optimistic. Memorable matches, Hal. What have you gone for?
Yeah, by the way, let us know your predictions if you're watching live in the comments. If you're watching later, comment down below. Memorable matches. You're probably not going to guess this one. It was a game I was at. It was a night game and I just really enjoyed it. It was Saints 0, Blades 1 back in 2005. And it was around about this time as well. I think it was just after Christmas. And I was there. We were managed by Neil Warnock, of course. And then it was HMS Shipperley, the Neil Shipperley, whose goal earned Den Blades a victory at Southampton in George Burley's first home game in charge. Shipperley struck 10 minutes after the break. It was a cold night, but he coolly slotted home after Danny Webber's magnificent solo run. Saints could have gone ahead. Paddy Kenny saved from Brett Ormerod, point blank, amazing save. Roy Delap, he had a follow-up as well. It was a solid away performance, meant a lot in that sort of promotion race. We had some incredible saves as Blackstock and Kenwyn Jones went really close. And former Blade Martin Craney played for Southampton that day. Our team, I'll just let you know, right? It was Kenny in goal. And Geary, Bromby, Morgan, Unsworth, Monty, Jags, Armstrong, Webber, Shipperley and Cabba.
That is such a strong team.
Damn
you
right.
really confused me there, because when you said 1-0 Sheffield United, I was nodding away. And then you said 2005 and I'm thinking, that don't make sense. I thought you were going to go for the one in the Cup when we beat, I think it was the quarterfinals where we beat them, didn't we, when we were in League One and they were in the Prem, with Sadio Mane playing up front for him as well.
And I thought you'd expect me to pick that one, which is why I went with something slightly different.
I like it a lot. So play connections, finally. So Hal, do you want to go first and then I'll go after?
Beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. James Beattie to the tune of Beat It by Michael
That
Jackson.
definitely wasn't the song from the stands, was it, when Beattie played for us?
It should have been.
It was a bit more of a... Was it Beatles or was it Paul McCartney?
Yeah, it was Hey Jude and, one of those.
Yeah, okay. It's not like you're a radio presenter or anything, is it?
I don't know anything about music. You see,
I did. I'm going to go for someone that we want to forget about completely. Dean Hammond, the lad that Chris Wylie booted out of the door when he came in his first bit of business. Really, really poor player that's obviously lost his legs at the time. I felt a little bit sorry for him. I don't think he ever meant to hurt us. Don't think he ever meant to cause us trouble. But he did.
Or make us cry.
Yeah, and we hated him. We really hated him. And I felt a little bit sorry for him, to be honest. But, yeah, it's one of them things. Next one.
Yeah, you're the only one. Neil Shipperley, who I already mentioned, played for Southampton. And, of course, the Blades actually scored 11 games.
Yeah, very, very good striker. Next up, David McGoldrick. What a player. He actually played for Southampton when he didn't have a beard. He looks really weird without a beard as well.
I need to sort of Google that. Also, I'll just throw in, because Scott Kelly's commented live and said Glenn Cockrell, which is a great shout. And I've already mentioned Che Adams, so I might as well throw him in again.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely fine. Next up, I'm going to go for one that a lot of people won't know. Chrissy Wilder started his career at Southampton. That's probably why he's got a bit of a weird sort of accent going on, because he is all over the place, isn't it, his accent?
Yeah, it really is. Sometimes he sounds Cockney, sometimes he sounds Scouse, and sometimes he sounds like he's from Sheffield, but he's lived in a lot of different places. Ruben has said, what about the skipper? So I'll go with Billy Sharp next. Thanks, Ruben. Tip of the hat.
Yeah, you didn't know Billy Sharp played for us or Southampton, did you?
Of course I did.
Next up, I'm going to go for somebody that I never knew played for Sheffield United. That's Chris Martin. Not Chris Martin, that's wrong. Chris
He's a singer,
Marsden.
isn't he? You just keep mentioning songs on this one.
Yeah. Chris Marsden, a bald bloke, started his career at Sheffield United. I've got to say he's a bald bloke because that's the only thing I know about him. Started his career at Sheffield United and played most of his career at Southampton.
Yeah, where did he finish his career?
Sheffield Wednesday. Ooh.
I'll give you... Do you say Jonathan Fort or Jonathan Forte?
I say Forte, but I think it's Fort.
Well, the song worked with Forte, wasn't it? So, ole, 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 Forte. So that's my last one.
Like it. I've also got Nathan Dyer. Also got Jordan Robertson as well. The less we say about him, the better. That's it. I think that's my last one.
All right, so some of the comments...
I've got a good one. I've got a really, really good one before we move on to comments. I've got a manager connection as well. Can you guess who it is?
Who managed both the Blades and Southampton?
Yeah. You know this.
Oh, I'm struggling. Who?
Nigel Adkins.
Nigel Adkins, of course, yes. And he was very successful at Saints, but obviously less so with the Mighty Red and White Wizards.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I completely forgot about him, which is something I like to do on a regular basis. So some of the comments. Lee Pitts says the downturn had started at the end of last season, which, of course, I was mentioning the final game of the season. Lee, you're absolutely right. Jack O'Connell was nursing an injury and, of course, was injured for some of the back end of the season. And we really have missed him so much. Lee also says football is a big confidence game. I know it's a cliche about fine lines, but we're still creating chances. It's not AC Milan, it's Southampton. You're absolutely right, Lee. It's 11 v 11. 11 men who can play professional football against another 11. They've just got to believe. I couldn't agree more. Harmon says, much love from Chicago, Illinois. And who cares what it looks like on paper? I'm saying a 2-1 Blades win.
Oh, love it. I feel really bad now.
Well, that's the highlights from the comments from me.
Yeah, I'm feeling like we can go and win this game now. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Let's go and do it. Shall we go and do it? Let's go and do it.
Go on, let's change our predictions. Forget the 1-all. 2-0 Blades. Chris Basham with both.
5-0 Blades. Basham with all 5.
That's all we needed. Just an American to give us a bit of positivity. I love a good yank.
We like our American. We like our Americans on this channel, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
We do. Thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate you tuning in. We are going to go and enjoy our evenings. Go and enjoy your evenings as well. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so. If you haven't liked the video already, please make sure you do so. It's always great. I don't know what it does, but apparently YouTube tell us it does stuff. So thanks for watching. Thanks, Hal, for being here as well.
Nice one.
All right. Cheers, guys. See you later. And